Hello and welcome to this video on Castle Beach Molepoly Event. Yes, we'll be looking at a few things today, what this brand new event is going to be like and how to use it, to the best items you should be looking to get. So firstly, let's talk about the lottery mode with the spin of the wheel. Unfortunately with this part, this isn't actually new. Okay, the visuals are slightly different, but the main concept of spinning the wheel is what we actually had on the Winter Days event, where I was actually able to win this Icy Crown artifact, which you don't actually see many people use. On the lottery mode, this isn't where you're going to earn the best items, unfortunately, but there are things like Mithril and the Master's Chest, but there are loads of these other items in between them, so it'll be quite hard to hit them frequently. The whole point of the lottery mode is to spin the wheel with the purple chips that you've collected for your chance to win the normal dice, and after 20 spins, the lucky dice for the super game. The super game is when you'll start to earn some really nice rewards for your team. After 20 normal spins, you'll then earn a lucky dice, but you do need to buy a pass to actually unlock this. To earn the purple chips, you can do a selection of things that, as you can see on the screen right now, all of these will give you chips and give you a chance to have plenty of spins on the lottery game. Right, so now onto the actual super game, and again it is fairly simple once you've done this once. The dice that you have collected, you can select which one you want to use, and the lucky ones will roll between a 2 and a 6 for those extra steps, but for now I'll show you what a normal dice will look like. So after rolling a 2, I was able to earn every reward between where I was and where I actually landed to, which is actually really nice to see. So no matter if you roll a 6, you will earn all of the rewards from where you started and in between, which is going to be great. It also looks like once you've got to the top, you'll be actually stuck in this loop, but that actually does make sense. Because you've already earned all the resources on the path upwards, there won't be any reason to be there again, but the best thing about the loop is that you can actually earn these special tests for the best prizes. And these prizes are actually going to be the best for your fighters, so let's move on to those. These will be the best items in my opinion, starting from the best out of the top 5. So firstly, the best item I would say to get is easily going to be the Duck of Salvation Ring. This affects everyone on your team to deal 40% more damage through their abilities if their target that they're fighting is on less than 60% health. This is huge because if, let's say, you're on the enemy team, you need to make sure that nobody drops below 60% health, or they'll start dropping like flies because of all the extra damage the enemy will be doing with that ring, on top of all their original damage of course. The second best item in my eyes would be the Amphibian Man equipment. Now they don't explain if this is for the whole team, so I'm going to talk about the worst case scenario, and this only works for your archer. Every time they dodge an attack, which is going to be quite frequent being an archer, they will stun the person attacking them for 3 seconds and deal 12,000 damage. This item will be amazing for any archer for keeping them alive much longer, and if you have someone like the Bane or the Van Helsing, then you'll be able to keep them alive much longer to deal that crazy amount of damage that the enemy team just can't ignore. The third best item was a tough one, but for me this goes to the Sir Quackerlock daggers. This would be great for a shadow fighter, but this would also be great in combos like a 4-piece paladin or annihilator with the 2-piece shadow, depending on how much damage or survivability you want. With the 33% chance of blocking any melee attack is actually quite high and consistent because it's not actually once in a while, it is just a percentage. Also this will stun the enemy for 3 seconds, so this is where you get to choose what 4-piece you want to go for depending on your team setup. It is also a nice touch that the fighter can have a 33% chance of deflecting ranged incoming damage back towards the enemy fighter. The fourth choice, I'm actually putting the artifact here above the rest because I think for the first time in a long time this artifact is actually worth using, if not swapping out one of my original artifacts, because if you roll between a 1 and 3 you'll be stopping again 1 to 3 enemies from using their weapons for 2 seconds, and if you roll a 6 fighters on the enemy team will be unable to use their weapons for 5 seconds, which is going to be huge for a fight. There are other benefits, like if you roll a 4 or more, then those affected enemies will take 15% more damage and receive less healing as well for the same 5 seconds. Pair this artifact with the ring I mentioned in first place, then you'll be dominating enemies that don't actually have these items. The last choice on the list is going to be the Sir Quackerlock plate mail. This is last on the list but still high among the rest of them because this armour has the ability to keep someone on your team alive for 4 more seconds. It's not guaranteed, but with that extra amount of health they should be able to stay alive for that amount of time. Now normally this would mean it would be either an archer or a mage that would be first to go down, so with those extra 4 seconds that could allow your high damage fighters to deal those abilities one last time just before they die, and that could easily change the outcome of the fight in your favour. Moving on to quests. Daily quests will be a sure way of earning quick and extra chips for doing the things you should already be doing. You can get more of these daily quests by paying for one of the passes, with the golden pass unlocking all of them and the silver one unlocking the middle quests. You shouldn't stop playing the game once you've done your dailies, these are just going to be here to give you those extra chips along the way of you completing them normally. The objectives aren't really much to look at. It would have been nicer to see weekly quests instead of this, but I'm sure most of you will be having lots of spins and playing the game anyway. So with this event, do you buy a pass or do you not? Well, because you can actually buy chips without needing the pass, you might not need to if you've saved up a lot of diamonds. But if you wanted to get the most out of this event, I would recommend paying for the silver pass to get those extra chips and daily quests. I wouldn't recommend paying for the golden pass, as by buying the silver I am sure that you can earn a lot of the rewards, if not all of them, just by playing the game and completing those extra quests. Right, now this part is for you. What is your best item that you would say to go for? And are you happy with this new event? Make sure you leave a comment below, I would love to hear your thoughts on this new event. And please like the video if this has helped you in any way or at least enjoyed it. It would help other Hustle Castle players see this video and get subscribed for my future video on the new set pieces. Also, just before you go, I actually do 250 diamond giveaways literally every week that is supported by Hustle Castle, so thank you to them. Their Facebook page will be down below. And if you want to enter these giveaways, then the Gleam link is literally just below, and it's very simple to enter, and you can do this literally every week for 250 diamonds, and because there's not a huge amount of people doing this yet, if you join, there is a good chance you'll win some. So yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.